My dear friends, even today we see a lot of kind of actions which we do, especially before we eat food, we have to wash our hands. Even I have also seen in our mission stations where we work in remote areas in Karnataka and all. I have seen before you enter for food in the house, the people will keep a tumbler of water and you have to wash your hands and feet, even your face, and enter before eating. So these are small traditions which we still follow till today, and it is somewhat similar like how the Pharisees did and the scribes did in the today's gospel. It seems quite clear that Jesus is instant fame. Jesus has started his public ministry, and his instant fame is leading these leaders, these Pharisees and the scribes, to tension, to jealousy, to envy, and they are trying to find faults with Jesus and his disciples, and they are observing keenly. If you see, today's argument is very, very silly, because they are trying to find out that they are trying to say that Jesus' disciples are not following what their elders have taught. And through this gospel today, Jesus is trying to tell us, he's not trying to break the law, but he's trying to tell us that cleaning or washing of the hands or the feet before food is not important. He wants our hearts to be cleansed. He wants the internal transformation. And that is what he desired from all of us. That is what he desired from the Pharisees, even from every people. And he quotes Isaiah and rebukes them. My dear friends, many times we also have a lot of caught up with our own traditions. We go for mass, we say the rosary, we pray, and we have a lot of rituals and traditions. But sometimes these rituals and traditions, they are not taking us to God. Just like the Pharisees, they were only thinking about the laws of men, and they thought doing these traditions, following these rituals, they thought only doing this ritual you will be able to go to God, you will be able to communicate with God. But Jesus is saying otherwise. When you do these rituals and tradition, it is not only the external which matters, but the internal conversion or the internal cleansing. We need to see that. Otherwise, it becomes just monotonous, and for the sake of doing, we do. Even in our lives also, as I said, in our prayers, in our rituals, sometimes we come for mass only just to listen and go. But today's gospel makes us reflect. When we come for mass, when we pray the rosary, or when we pray other prayers, do we say it with conviction? Do we say it with a clean heart? Do we say it with a humble heart, with humility, and with a conviction that God is present there? Or do we say it just for the sake of saying and reciting it like by heart, instead of really praying to God? So let us reflect on this gospel passage, and as we are reflecting, and let us reflect on our lives and see whether what we are doing is doing just for the sake of doing, or doing it to come closer to God. And as we are praying today, as we will be praying today, let us ask God for this grace to understand Him, to encounter Him when we do all these things, when we pray, when we attend the Mass, when we attend the Eucharistic celebration. Let us ask God to give us the grace to meet Him during this time.